Yo YouTube, what's up? This is Mr. Eagles Fan 10. I'm gonna start making these videos every week. The Eagles have a game, or any big breaking news that the Eagles have coming up, or that just happened. So I just finished watching the Eagles Patriots game. They lost the game 25-27. Not really a big deal preseason. Pretty much just looking at the rookies and new additions. Um, I'll start off with the offense. McNabb, same old McNabb, starting off early in the game, throwing at receivers' feet. He's a little excited. Um, he always does that, but didn't get to see him too much late in the game because he didn't play. AJ Feely wasn't that bad. He's got a good arm. I've always known that about Feely. He's got great accuracy. He's just not the starting quarterback material. Running backs. LaShawn McCoy started the game. The second round draft pick from Pitt. He did pretty good from what I saw. He's definitely a good running back, a good addition. He's not, as you guys know, he's not going to be the starter. Brian Westbrook will be. Probably by week 1 he'll be starting the game. And I believe that the carries will go about like 75-25. Westbrook getting 75, of course, and LaShawn getting 25% of the carries. Um, Even though it should be about 50-50 from what I saw tonight. Another running back, Eldra Buckley, the guy we claimed off waivers from the Chargers this offseason. I saw him in camp. He looked pretty good, and I saw him tonight, and he looked really good. He looked awesome. He didn't drop a ball. He didn't miss a block. He didn't. Every run he had was good, like a pretty solid run, except for that third down that they could have picked up the first and made an easier field goal for Akers. That was already easy enough that he could have made it. Receivers, Deshaun still running perfect routes. Looked like he improved a little bit this year. Didn't get to see much. I mean, he got the ball thrown to him like 3 times, I think. I know he caught one of them. I'm not sure about the others, or how many times exactly he got thrown to. Kevin Curtis looked pretty good. I know he caught one ball. Jeremy Maclin was the big guy I was looking for in this game, and he did show up. From his like second or third play, he muffed the punt, but after that he did awesome. He was catching footballs, and he had a few good returns. He had a good punt return that he broke a few tackles, but then that got called back because I forget what the penalty was. It was probably errors. I forget what the penalty was. Sorry guys, but yeah, it got called back, and then he returned it again and cut all the way to the left of the field. He caught it pretty much like to the right side of the field, and then cut all the way back to the left, and then had a pretty good return. Not as good as his first one, but and he caught footballs, as I said. Brandon Gibson threw a huge block. I don't know if he caught anything, but he did throw a huge block that I flipped out on because it was a great block, and they called a penalty on it at first, but then reversed it, or like we're called to call it, whatever. Danny Amendola, who's a receiver that I believe we got from the Dolphins, or he played for the Dolphins his rookie season. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he returned a few kicks and punts, and he looked pretty good too. He reminds me a lot of Jeremy Bloom, who we actually got rid of, I think 2 seasons ago. Number 11, same little white guy returning punts. Yeah, he has good field vision and can see the punt into his hands, and can see the first guy coming at him, make him miss. Leonard Weaver, he caught a few balls out of the backfield, and he had a few good solid runs. I don't think he dropped the ball, but he did pretty good. Jason Avant had I think 2 really nice catches. Yeah, and AJ Feely looked pretty solid, as I said. Who else? Defense now. I didn't get to see much of the safeties, which means they obviously didn't make that huge of a play. Corners, Sheldon Brown had an interception. Asante Samuel had that good broken up pass on Randy Moss early in the game, which actually, if you look at, was probably a little bit of pass interference by him. But you gotta get away with that sometimes. And who else? Macho Harris had a good. I saw a good hit on on the quarterback. I believe Andrew Walter was the quarterback at the time that got hit. Linebackers, Joe Mays looked pretty good. And the defense made a few good stops late in the game that helped get them back and get them to that point that they could have won the game, but whatever. Who else? The defensive line looked pretty good. They're getting good penetration and got in there and got in the quarterback's face. Special teams, that last Eagles play, David Akers, I believe, easily could have made that kick, but I think Savaraka was kind of in a hurry to get the ball and put it down, and he kind of put it down in a weird position because you saw the Patriots were coming, and they could have blocked it if he took the time to set it right. But David Akers pushed the 43-yard field goal, which would have put them up by 1 with about 50 seconds left in the game, which I think the Eagles defense could have stopped them. And but the biggest news in sports, pretty much, probably this whole week, will be the signing of Michael Vick by the Eagles. 1 year. It's a 1-year deal with a second year optional by the team, which means you probably will see quite a bit of him using Wildcat offense or put in as a receiver. And yeah, I'm not sure exactly what he's going to do. I mean, we're going to see a few press conferences in the next few days about it, and he'll be introduced. He probably will not wear number 7 because I don't believe anyone right now is wearing that number. Though it probably should be a retired number because of Jaws. But I won't get into all that. Michael Vick, newest Philadelphia Eagle. And that is going to overshadow pretty much anything that happens this week. But, we got everyone on the Eagles signed. Macklin looked good. I'm really upset still about Cornelius Ingram and Stuart Bradley, as you guys know what happened with them. Both torn ACLs, and Jim Johnson is. But Sean McDermott did have pretty aggressive play calling and stepped in pretty well, and I think he led the defense pretty good. But other than that, I mean, any breaking news in the next week or more information on this Michael Vick story, I'll try to let you guys know as soon as possible. Alright, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys stay tuned for other recaps of games and big news for the Eagles. Thanks, guys. Later.